Matthew, give me the high sign when you're ready. Can I start? All right, very good. All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 2021 Millbrae Man, Woman, and Student of the Year dinner. I'm glad to see you all here tonight. Give yourself a round of applause. So this year we're going to kind of change things up because I've been up here for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years and people are getting a little tired of listening to me. So this evening I'm privileged to have a co-host with me. So at this point I would like to introduce my co-host for the evening, Ms. Karen Patucki.
Honoring our wonderful community volunteers. I'm so excited to be here tonight, especially after almost 2 years of not being able to get together. Who else is excited to be here? Yeah.
I forgot to mention too, Karen is actually the reigning Woman of the Year from 2019. How about that? Royalty. All right. So, you know, when I think about this event, I think about 3 different words. Community service, selflessness, and connectivity. So many people here in the audience are just dedicated and wonderful volunteers in the community. And that spirit, you can feel it in the room here tonight, is great. And, you know, selflessness. A lot of people here, they give up their time, their money, their intellect, their knowledge, their enthusiasm, all those things, and then that together with their dedication makes us all connected. You know, later we're going to talk about all the different groups that are represented here, but I can feel that, you know, in the room there's a lot of connectivity between all the different volunteers that have done so many wonderful things over the years. But tonight we're here to honor 3 special people, and we're going to take it from here. So Karen? We're going to do a little housekeeping first, Joe.
Yes, so first a bit of housekeeping, like Joe said. There are restrooms in the rear. And also, if everybody could take a moment to silence your cell phones, please.
You don't want to be the one who goes, oh, sorry, and on, reach in your pocket, turn that little switch off.
So this evening, we are here to celebrate the 48th anniversary of this event. Quickly doing the math, that means that over 90 incredible volunteers have been honored these last 48 years. This evening, we are proud to add to that legacy by honoring Sofia Valttesar, our Student of the Year, Miriam Kong as Millbrae Woman of the Year, and Robert Gottschalk as Millbrae Man of the Year. They've given so many hours and years to their time to exemplify and promote the true meaning of community service, and they are all well deserving of this amazing recognition.
Yeah, as Karen noted, you know, this year we have a great trio of really inspirational community volunteers and leaders. We have, once again, a recent graduate of Mills High School, Sophia, who's a great motivational leader amongst her peers. As you'll hear later in her speech and in video about her, she's a multi-talented student, athlete, and musician who excels and inspires in all the endeavors that she pursues. So let's hear it for Sofia Valttesar. And then Miriam Kong, our Woman of the Year. She's been an active leader in all the Millbrae schools, starting out at Green Hills Elementary, through Taylor Middle School, and on to Mills High School. She has a real great gift for getting people involved, getting people excited, getting people to work together, and that spirit is very infectious. Recently, she's also helped out to help us celebrate the rich diversity of our community by co-founding the Millbrae Cultural Committee. So those are amongst her great achievements. So yay for Miriam Kong. And our Man of the Year, Robert Gottschalk, in addition to serving on the Millbrae City Council for 8 years and serving multiple terms as our mayor, He's been a mainstay on the city's Sister Cities Commission, having led several overseas trips to spread goodwill to our sister city, Malta, and our friendship city of Hanyu, Japan. Robert's also been a longtime Nobel Rotarian, where many of you know him as the emperor of our annual Lunar New Year banquet. And he's also a huge supporter and fundraiser for the Nobel Libraries. So let's hear it for Robert Gottschalk.
Please join us now in a moment of silence in honor of the past men and women of the year who have passed away since our 2019 dinner. We'd like to honor Mary Stella Flynn, 1979 Woman of the Year, Helen Habib, 2002 Woman of the Year, George Habib, 2004 Man of the Year, George Corey, 2005 Man of the Year, and Mel Pincus, 2006 Man of the Year.
Thank you. I was also thinking about maybe we should have a moment of silence for the San Francisco Giants, but I thought more, that's not what we should do, because they had a terrific season. They did everything beyond anyone's expectations. So instead of having a moment of silence, I think we should all do a cheer. So when I count to three, we're going to say, "Go Giants!" All right? 1, 2, 3. Go Giants! All right.
And at this time, please welcome Father Joe Lynn from St. Dunstan's Church, who will give the invocation.
More like this.
No, it is okay. May you be blessed with good friends. May you learn to be a good friend to yourself. May you be able to journey into that place in your soul where there's great love, warmth, feeling, and forgiveness. May this change you. May transfigure that which is negative, distant, cold in you. May treasure your friends. May you be good to them, and they'll be there for you. May they bring all the blessings, challenges, strength, and light that you need for your journey. May you never feel alone. And when at last you come to your final rest, may you be at peace with your eternal friend. Amen.
All right, thank you, Father, for your inspiring words. So now we're going to enjoy our dinner, and we'll be back about 8 o'clock to begin our wonderful program honoring our 3 special honorees. So enjoy your dinner.
Hope you all enjoyed your dinner. We're going to start our program. In addition to there being a lot of volunteers in the audience, there are also a large number of dignitaries and officials that we'd like to introduce. To the dignitaries, when I call your name, please stand up and give us your best royal wave. Starting with the head table, representing the city of Millbrae, Mayor Ann Schneiner. Whose Bear Civic Coordinating Council co-sponsors this event. together with the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce, and her mother, Ann Schneiner, is also here. We also have former Millbrae City Treasurer, Miriam Valttesar, and her guest, Emile LaCompagne. And from St. Dunstan's Catholic Church, we have Father Joe Glynn. And representing our sister city of Mosta Malta, my cousin, Louis J. Vella. And also my husband, Ali. And Joe's wife, Sherry.
From the city of Millbrae here tonight, we have City Council Member Andrew Spun, Council Member and former Mayor Gina Pappen, and former Mayors Mark Church, who's also our County Assessor, Clerk, Recorder, and Election Official. We have Janet Fogarty, former Mayor Janet Fogarty. Robert G. Gottschalk, also known as Man of the Year. Louis Grasberger. Wayne Lee. Stand up, Wayne, come on. Doris Morris. There's Doris. And Daniel F. Quigg. He's in the back. From the city of Burlingame, we have former Mayor Joe Galligan here with us today. And from our city of Millbrae staff, we have our city manager, Tom Williams, and his wife.
From the Millbrae Police Bureau Services, Chief of Police, Captain Christina Corpus. From the San Mateo County's Assessor's Office, Assistant Assessor Jim Lurzari. From Millbrae Elementary School District Board of Trustees, Trustee and former President Frank Barbaro. I hope that we didn't forget anyone, and thank you so much for joining us.
All right, at this time, we'd like to introduce the former Millbrae men and women of the year who are present here with us tonight. So you'll note that they continue to be some of the most active and busiest volunteers in town, and we'd like to have them honored and stand up when we call out your name. They truly deserve our recognition and our respect.
So starting with 1999, we have Woman of the Year, Mary Bella Trester. From 2002, we have Man of the Year, Tom Dottie.
In 2008, Woman of the Year, Catherine Quigg. In 2010, Woman of the Year, Faye Dottie.
2011, Man of the Year, Daniel Quigg. 2012 Man of the Year, John Muniz. And of course, 2013 Man of the Year, our very own Joe Teresi. We also have 2013 Woman of the Year, Janet Fogarty. 2014 Woman of the Year, Gaetan Andrews. 2015 Woman of the Year, Kathleen Kimura.
2016 Man of the Year was Calvin Chin. 2016 Woman of the Year was Doris Morse. 2017 Woman of the Year, Debbie Van Wert. 2018 Woman of the Year, Deirdre Gladwin. And welcome 2019 Woman of the Year and co-host for this evening, Karen Batuki. Alright, so as a token of our appreciation, tonight's honorees and all of you that are former Men and Women of the Year, you may take home the orchid plant in the centerpiece. There's a name on each one, so please be respectful and only take the one that has your name on it. And one per customer. And just take the orchid plant. Please don't take the candles or the mirrors or anything else. Just the plant, please. Thank you. All right. Good job.
We would also like to introduce the Millbrae Man, Woman, and Student of the Year Planning Committee, who have been instrumental in organizing this evening's event. They deserve a hearty thanks for all of their good work. We'll start with Chairperson Mary Bella Tressler. Pat Crilly. John Muniz. Kathy Quiddig. And Dan Quiddig. Lorianne Richardson. Frank Stevody. And our co-host Joe Teresi.
Well, you know, there's so many wonderful volunteers here in the room, and we continue to honor someone every year, so we continue to encourage everyone to keep nominating your friends and those that you respect in the community for this great honor. If you tried once, keep trying. You know, there's a lot of people here that are very deserving, and we hope to honor them in the future. So, now we'd like to, you know, we talked earlier about how we're all connected, so we'd like to kind of get a sense of how many different groups are represented here today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a list of all the, or hopefully many of the important organizations here in the city. So when we call out the name of your organization, if you're a member of that organization, please stand up and be recognized and continue to stand. So hopefully when we reach the end of the list, almost, you know, the whole room will be standing. So let's see how many wonderful volunteers we have in all these great clubs. So we're going to start out with stand up if you're a member of the Rotary Club of Millbrae.
And please stand and remain standing if you are a member of the Millbrae Lions Club.
Who's here tonight from the Millbrae Community Foundation? Stand up, please. Be seen.
And Millbrae Historical Society.
Millbrae Education Foundation.
Peninsula Chinese Business Association.
Millbrae Cultural Committee. Stand up.
Italian Catholic Federation.
The Relay for Life Committee.
Millbrae Search.
The Millbrae Anti-Racist Coalition.
And the Japanese Cultural Festival Committee.
Friends of the Millbrae Library.
And also please join us if you are a member of the City of Millbrae Commissions and Committees.
And how about any public service workers either working for the City of Millbrae or the Millbrae School District? Wonderful, look at that. That's a lot of people that do wonderful work in the community to make Millbrae a special place. So thanks to all of you for all of your countless hours of volunteerism. All right. So now the part of the program we've really been looking forward to hearing about and hearing from our honorees. So to do the honor of introducing our honorees for this evening, I'd like to introduce our mayor. Let me give a short introduction before she comes up. So Mayor Ann Schneiner has served on the Millbrae City Council since December 2015. She grew up in Millbrae, attending Meadows, Taylor, and Cappuccino High School. After studying Italian art and architecture in Italy, she graduated from UCLA with a Bachelor of Arts in Analysis of Ecosystems and Geography. She swam for UCLA's women's swim team. She completed the coursework later for the Master of Environmental Science program at the University of San Francisco. She's a member of the Millbrae Lions, advisor to the Millbrae Leos Club, and a member of the Millbrae Historical Society, Friends of the Millbrae Library, Millbrae Chamber of Commerce, and a current volunteer and former board member of Millbrae Community Television. Ann travels extensively and enjoys hiking and swimming. She has a goal of staying at all the historic all the U.S. National Park lodges. She enjoys gardening and restoring her family's nearly 100-year-old home. So please join me in welcoming Mayor Ann Schneiner.
Thank you. He didn't mention that I'm a politician now, so now's my time where I let you all catch a little nap. Actually, for all of our benefit, I've been asked to be very short and sweet. I simply want to say I am amazed and so happy to see all of you here tonight. And I'm so proud of the people of Millbrae and really the people of San Mateo County who have come through the pandemic so well. We've lost some people, but generally people have been very good and kind to each other and wore their masks so that we can be together tonight. And it is absolutely fabulous to see you all. It's been a long couple of years and I couldn't be happier on that. So with that, I would like to introduce, it is my task to get to introduce our winners tonight. And the first person I'm going to announce is Student of the Year, Sofia Valttesar. You're going to learn. I will tell you, I work with a lot of really amazing young people, and before that I was an advisor to Mills Green Youth Alliance. We have amazing children in Millbrae, probably because we have amazing parents too. But when you read what this young woman has done, everything that she has done, but also the mentoring that she has done and the compassion that she has shown her friends, her family, and her community. We couldn't be prouder to have Sofia Valttesar as our Student of the Year. Please watch the video.
Nice to help make a positive change in someone's life. It makes me feel like, wow, I was able to really impact someone in a really nice way. Hi, my name is Sofia Valttesar and I just graduated from Mills High School. Growing up in Millbrae has been a really pleasant experience. There's just so much diversity in Millbrae and there's so many opportunities. And it's really nice to have such a welcoming environment in a community where you would know your neighbors and you can go downtown and see basically someone you know. I went to elementary school at Green Hills Elementary and I had a really nice time there. Everyone was super sweet and I got to meet most of my friends that I have now there, which is really nice. And I'm still able to keep in touch with some of the teachers that taught there. And it's really nice that they remember your face and they say hello to you. Sometimes it'll take a couple seconds, but they definitely know and really loved each student. And I also went to Taylor Middle School and I really liked my time there. All the teachers really seemed to care and they went above and beyond and sometimes checking in on students if they noticed something was wrong or if they felt that they needed extra help. And I really felt that I had someone to go to when I was there. I started volunteering through Interact Club at the end of in my freshman year. And one day someone approached me and was like, do you want to come to our meeting? We're having elections. And I just wanted to support my friends in there. And I was like, sure. And once I got there, they were really sweet and I really liked the environment of the club. So I decided to join and stay in. And I'd have to say that my favorite event would probably be our Catholic church dinner, where we would cook dinner for the homeless around Christmas time. And it was just really nice getting to gather with people that I've never met before and seeing how happy they were to finally get a fresh meal after a long time. Sherry Teresi had nominated me for this award. And Sherry's club Rotary was the parent club of my school's club Interact. And the Rotary Club were able to see that in Interact, I was able to put in a lot of hard work in making sure that people's voices were heard in the community, even through quarantine, and always tried to find new ways to make the community better for others. I was also in the Mills High School swim team, and I was able to swim in that team luckily for, I want to say 4 years, but it's more like 3.5 with quarantine. And that was just a really nice experience too, getting to be part of a team. I was pretty heavily involved in my school's music program for 4 years. And within the music program was actually another one of my big supporters, my music teacher, Mr. Gregoric. And with his help and with the help of all the people I've met through the music department, I felt like I was really able to grow as a person, not just musically, but through the community as well. And I was able to meet so many new people. When I first entered high school, I was the only bassoon player in the band as a freshman, so I found that pretty scary that I didn't have anyone to talk to. But as the year started to go on, more and more of the upperclassmen started talking to me too, and just like making me feel like I was part of a family. The next year, I was actually the band president, and I was able to help organize like concerts, fundraisers, and for my junior and senior year, I was the overall music student president. And I really got to bond with underclassmen as well. Just getting to see all these younger kids coming in and learning new instruments and trying to grow accustomed to high school was something I really enjoyed at the start of the year, because it was kind of like I was the mentor for my little mentees. And I'd have to say that I think that joining music was probably one of the best decisions I've made in high school. So at the start of quarantine, my service clubs were struggling to find ways to help our community because everything had just shut down. So we were able to partner up with Cadence Living for the first 2 weeks that everything was shut down and help go on grocery runs and get grocery items for the seniors in that living center so that they wouldn't have to go out and get them themselves. And we were able to help out the assistant living director there too, just because she brought over so many lists, and it's so hard to run around when everyone was at this time running around and getting like toilet paper and water. And over quarantine, I did not know what to do with my life at first because it was so new. But when the Millbrae apartment fires happened, it was around our AP testing season, so I was able to take my AP notes that I took from class that year and able to make them into a couple study guides with some friends. And we were able to give out the study guides for some donations of any amount, and I'd say that the amounts ranged from like $3 to $50, and we were able to raise over $300 to help support the victims of that apartment fire. Teamwork really makes things go far. Being able to be involved in the community outside of my school too was really helpful. I've been volunteering with the Mills Peninsula Hospital since my sophomore year, and it was really nice because I was the surgery front desk receptionist, so I got to meet so many people and just see what life is like for people in the path that I want to pursue. In the future, I'm actually going to attend UC Davis as a global disease biology major, and I'm going to be studying on the pre-med track, and I'm hoping after that to go to med school and become a doctor. Over the years, my parents have always pushed me and my siblings to do our best. Even if we're super overwhelmed, they'd always do their best to give us advice and help us out with whatever they can. And it's really inspired me to try giving other people that sense of comfort as well. I'd say living in Millbrae in general has prepared me for the next steps in my life by teaching me to really appreciate how a sense of community can take you a long way.
Thank you. And it is now my pleasure to welcome Sophia Baskazar up here to the podium.
Hello everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm so glad I finally get to see everyone's smiling faces in the room tonight after so long too. So I'd like to say first off, congratulations to the other honorees, Ms. Kong and Mr. Gottschalk. Congratulations, you guys. And I'm really happy to be back in Millbrae. My parents actually just picked me up all the way from Davis and back. So I'd like to thank them for going all that way. I have to say, I just want to start this off by thanking some people. I'd love to thank my parents
They are my biggest supporting force. I think I probably drove them crazy in the past couple of years, always asking for rides everywhere, and I guess any hour of the day just to go to service events or hang out with friends too. And I just like to say that even when I'm down and even if I feel like wouldn't be able to do anything else, they always motivate me just to keep going and just to do like what I think feels right. So thank you guys for being there for me all this time. And as I said in my video too, my band teacher actually was not able to show up tonight because he's at a football game right now for Mills. But I'd love to thank Mr. Grigor too for being one of the biggest supporting forces I had in high school as well. So thank you. And also from Rotary, I'm not sure if Alan Kurth is here tonight. I wasn't able to see him. But I'd like to thank Alan and Sherry for being really supportive part of Rotary and for being able to support Interact as well. Also, basically, all of Rotary too. I'd love to give you guys a shout out. You guys are the nicest people I've ever met in my life, and I'm so happy I got to meet all of you. And I'd like to say for the younger members out there in the audience, I think that if you think that you love something, I think you should pursue it and be able to turn that to something that can benefit others for the better. And don't be afraid to talk to new people. Like get to know people in Millburn. Millburn is so small, I can guarantee you will always run into someone at Trader Joe's that you know. And don't be afraid to get yourself out there and build a reputation. Like at Trader Joe's, I was known as the girl who could never pass her license test, but that just showed how much I was able to converse with other people. And I'm just really happy and honored to be here tonight. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a nice evening.
Congratulations. Oh. Congratulations, Sophia. And she's going to be our next person solving the next pandemic. So I can't, it gives us hope in the future when we have people like that who are going to take care of us. Next, I would like to announce our Woman of the Year, Miriam Kong. Now, I'm sure the first three tables here know, and many of us know, Miriam Kong is a force of nature and has brought and done so much, which you're going to see in the video. But I know her as a lion. I know her as someone who tried to help me say the words for Untitled Chapter and Sheshe when I was taking the Lunar New Year Festival, and I'm happy to call you a friend. Please watch Miriam Kong's video, Our Woman of the Year.
Well, as long as I'm a Millbury resident, I will continue to make Millbury a better place to live. I married my husband in San Francisco, and then when we have children, my son, and then we thought we need a better school district. So then we found Millbury. And then in 1988, we actually moved in when my son was 2. And then throughout the year, was my children growing up in here, and then I kind of realized that there are little cultural differences. You know, honest to you, when I first came in here, when my son first entered Green Hill School, there was only 9 Chinese family. And then we said, we need to make people aware of what our Chinese family come from and what can they contribute to the school. And then basically the beginning of my life here is I focus a lot of things in a school because I believe what the Apple theory, everything starts from education. I want to, put all my work into the education field to help to educate children and family and parents. Okay, I have 3 children. My firstborn is my son, Jonathan, and my second was my Julia and Jacqueline. And then it's really rewarding that if you work at school and then kind of like grow up with your children, and then I followed their footsteps. I went through all the PTA, PTOs. I done all the fundraising for them, and then I expand out my volunteerism to the other venue. You know, I was actually born in Taiwan. In Taiwan, Lions Club is a big deal. You know, when I was growing up, I saw them on TV, on newspaper, on everywhere. I always wanted to be a Lions. And then my sponsor, John Muniz, say, hey, would you like to join Millbrae Lions? Then I say, let me give a shot. So that's how I joined. I was nominated by John Muniz, and then must because he has seen me being everywhere, try to put on a different ethnic group within Millbrae together. I just received a call from John at 7:30 that one evening, and he was so excited to let me know I got nominated. Started in 2005, I myself and Wayne Lee, we started the first Chinese Lunar New Year's celebration in Millbrae. At that 2019, and suddenly we said, oh my God, it is time to redo another one, another festival. And then so we said, how are we going to do this thing? How are we going to legally do this thing? And then what's the proceeds going to go? Then we said, it's our nonprofit, because all the proceeds we receive, we're going to put it back to the community. So we actually established the Millbrae Cultural Committee as a nonprofit. Our mission actually very simple. Just want to share culture from all ethnic group to each other. Then in terms that they were to build out a stronger community. I actually feel very proud, and then our nonprofit did so much to share the culture to other races, ethnic group in Millbrae. I think we starting being noticed in the community, and then I think we start kind of like earning a place in the community, and then we're going to continue to serve our community. As we know, pandemic actually started March 2020, and then at that time, I think by April, some of our members' children actually work at the hospital, and they were crying out loud about shorting of the PPE. And then so once we heard it, and then a couple board members group together, we start looking for how can we help them to get needed PPE. So, you know, believe me, and then one of the board members was Margaret Fang, and then Nianhua Chen. And then we were on the phone almost 24 hours a day. We talked to the supplier from distributor from LA, supplier from China, supplier from Korea, and even we talked to the Europe because we tried to get all the PPE. And then somehow we got some sources, and then we were able to ask our follower. We raised about like $80,000, and every penny all went into the PPE purchase. Then at the end, we have the Peninsula Health Care group join us too. And then so we will just keep on procurement a lot of PPE, and then to supply all these hospital. We even gone to the nursing home. We go to a hospice facility, and then so that's what we have helped. I think it's mainly the difference. The major challenge actually is the differences understanding from different culture, and I believe when I was at school, people looking at me say, hey, that petite Chinese lady here, you know, she just wants this and that. But then that's how I started what I'm doing. Just try to mitigate the differences and then to eliminate the boundary. I personally see beyond color of races. I personally see whoever live in Millbrae is a Millbrae residents. And then we should all have the same goal to make our community the better community. So whoever has the capability and then the capacity, and then I actually welcome them to be our leader. So it's almost my belief. I live in Millbrae. I want to be part of Millbrae. I want to grow with Millbrae. And then I want to make Millbrae strong, and then to make a better community, and also in a way is to build a better future for the next generation. Those part, kind of like saying it for my children. Well, I encourage everybody to volunteer. It's make you feel like you really, really, really belong, and I think at the end, after that, your joys inside of you, it's unbelievable, and then it will be one of few of the best experience you ever gonna have.
Miss Miriam Kong, please come to the stage. Welcome, our Woman of the Year.
Good evening, everyone. I have to say something. This is definitely historical in Millbrae. One Asian woman got nominated and got accepted. So it is something that I think we're making progress of making the different cultural, different races. But I'm not going to speak long because I know everybody hates to listen to the speech. So I'm only going to say some thank you. First of all, I'm going to thank my husband. After 34 years, he quietly supported me to do all those work. You know, so anyway. And then the next group for sure is my 3 children. You won't believe when they were at school, they actually saw me push the carriage, the stroller, with my daughter in there. So I can go to school, do work. I go home, eat dinner, and then rush to school. Sometimes I skip the dinner. And then, everybody heard about soccer mom, right? That basically I was, okay? Anyway, I want to thank them. They're right here. I'm so glad they're here. One person has very, very limited power. And then it was not because all those parents that my children went to school with, and then the school official, and then the city official, and the Millbrae recreation staff, a lot of things will not happen. So I want to say thank you to all those parents who have worked side by side with me, and also who have supported me in any kind of a level. Thank you all. And one thing, I actually retired when I was 47. And after that, I was very lucky. I got through 3 different city managers. Ralph Jack, Marshall Rain, and then Tom William. And the 3 of them have provided tremendous support to cultural difference elimination. So I want to send thank you to all these city leaders. Without them and without our city council, and a lot of things cannot happen without them. So thank you all. One last thing I want to do is I want to thank my just new 3 years old nonprofit group. When I call your name, please stand up. Nia Hua Chen is our president. And Wayne Lee is our vice president. And John Muniz is our secretary. And John Chen is our board member. Lisa Liu is our board member. And Alice Kwong, who had to take care of her residents who cannot be here tonight, and Margaret Fung. She was actually one of the inspiration about PPE outfit. So, we could not even do this much without this small body. Our organization is not like others. We are very small. We only have 7 board members and a working board member. And then we don't have many people like 30, 40, 75. We're very small, but we are a very tight family. Thank you all for helping us to form this committee. And then I want to say another last thing, promise, last thank you, promise. And it's John Munis. He was my sponsor to Millbrae Lion. And you guys don't know how I know him. I know him when I was, my children was there at school. And he and the Lion member was cooking at the charcuterie room. That's how I ran into him. And then so we talked about this, and I remember him very well. And then so I don't have much engagement with him until I retire later. And then, he's a really good supporter. And then he's actually, I think, he's engaged in every service club, everything, and then with his full heart. I have never seen a person done so much. Okay, so thank you, John, for recognizing me. Thank you. And thank you all for coming today, helping celebrate this important moment. Thank you.
Again, congratulations, Miriam. Our last winner tonight is Robert Gottschalk, Man of the Year. I can only say that not only has he served many years on council, many years serving our country in the Navy, active in many community groups, active with the Sister City trip, of which 2 of my all-time favorite vacations, along with my mom, we were part of the group that went to Malta a few years ago with an absolutely perfect trip. And then in the same year to Hanyu, Japan for our Friendship City 65th birthday. Robert has planned all of those, and it's absolutely amazing. But here's the big thing. He's working on our fundraising committee to raise $1.75 million for the rec center. And he has put up, sitting next to the Leo's youngsters, who for the first time in a year are together, and they're so happy and rambunctious, and he has survived sitting at the fundraising table with the Millbrae Dance. So tonight we are honoring Robert Gottschalk as our Mayor of the Year. Please watch the video.
Volunteerism can do things that the city, schools, businesses, and other entities cannot or will not do. Combining people's efforts together can achieve a lot where otherwise it may not be accomplished at all. I have lived in my house in Millbrae for 23 years. I came across an estate sale and I bought 2 chairs. I liked the style of the house and I returned to make an offer to buy it. And I had a law practice in San Francisco, which was very inconvenient, commuting and all that. So it made good sense for me to find a very good law office, or a very good office space here in Millbrae, and it worked out very well for 18 and a half years. When I was on the city council for 12 years, including 3 years as mayor, there were very heavy demands on my time. City council members not only had the council, but we participated in 6 or 8 more committees, commissions, and boards of directors around the city and also around the county. I'm a member of the Rotary Club for about 21 years. I like the activities and events and the accomplishments, but mostly it's the fellowship of working with the fellow members. I was nominated by Sherry Teresi of the Millbrae Rotary Club. The why is probably best found in her nomination papers or maybe she would share her thoughts on that. But it's mostly an opportunity to meet and work with some really terrific people. I particularly like to accomplish things that are durable and lasting, and we've done that through the Rotary Club and otherwise. Every Lunar New Year, we have a banquet, and I dress in an entirely, totally magnificent gold costume and crown and pretend to be the the Emperor of China. I have great fun at it. We visit all the tables and we make a lot of money. People seem to enjoy it, and that's my personal big event of the year. The whole event is meant to be positive and entertaining, enjoyable, and we just add a little color and a little something else to the picture. I'm also chairman of the Millbrae Sister Cities Commission, which has allowed me to have the chance to meet people in China, Malta, and Japan. I think the Sister Cities concept itself is at work when you have a chance to go to other countries, meet people, see how they live, see a little bit about their customs, and also have some of them come to visit us. We just get a better feeling. People aren't so foreign to us. They're not adversarial to us necessarily. We took 10 middle school kids to Hanyu, Japan in July of 2017, and they stayed with families, and they had the most marvelous trip ever. And so we want to continue trying to do these kinds of events when travel becomes accessible to us. Consul General Louis Vela of Malta, who has his office here in Millbrae, arranged for us the most magnificent trip to Malta in Easter of 2019. And we had front row seats for the two parades that occur every year in Malta, the one on Good Friday and then the one on Easter. They were just overwhelming and beautiful events. We had an absolutely terrific visit. I think there were more than 20 of us who went on that trip, and just totally memorable experiences. Don't look for a large organization where you think you can do a lot to accomplish your goals. Instead, I recommend going to events and meeting people. See if these are the people that you would like to work with, that you'd have fun with, that you would enjoy pursuing goals together, and that's the way you'll have success. If you do the other and just find something you think is the right thing but not test it for fun and fellowship, eventually your interest will fade and you'll drop out. I want to continue on with Rotary and Sister Cities and practice law part-time, play golf, go sailing, travel, repair my 86-year-old house, continue as a member here at Green Hills Country Club, and take up painting. I mean, I've collected so many paintings over the years, I have nowhere to hang them. And I just thought, well, I've enjoyed seeing them, why not get my hand at trying to create one? It's the little things. I think everyone who lives or works in Millbrae should recognize what a wonderful city we have and all the benefits it gives us. View yourself as a member of the community. Don't criticize other people's opinions, even though you disagree with them. Take a fresh look at what you're doing now. Are there new activities, new interests, new approaches, changes in how you've done things before, how you viewed things before? And you can take a fresh start in almost any aspect of your life, and I think successfully.
Asked Robert what I should say tonight. He wanted you all to know that he's tall. Please welcome Robert Gottschalk, our man of the year.
Well, thank you, Joe, Karen, Father Glenn, Mayor Schneider. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Now, those of you who know me know that speaking in public is something I'm not comfortable doing. That's my joke. This event has a very long and meaningful history. I thank the Man, Woman, and Student of the Year Committee, Mayor, Civic Coordinating Council, and the Millbrae Chamber of Commerce for producing this special event every year. For me to be honored in this way this evening is beyond extraordinary and quite humbling, and I am so very grateful. And a very heartfelt and special thank you goes to Sherry Teresi of the Rotary Club, who nominated me and apparently knows how to back winners tonight. And thank you also to the members of the Rotary Club who are here in support tonight, and to our club, which has provided the environment for me to be engaged in good and enjoyable works for the last 21 years. I particularly express my congratulations to Miriam and Sophia, because those are very well-deserved recognitions. So it's customary for honorees to introduce their family members in attendance, but I have no family. But I will be very happy to introduce some friends, and I ask you, please, hold your applause until we're finished, because we want to be out of here by 10. I'm pleased to introduce my very long-term friend of 38 years, Eunice Stanley. A friend of 37 years, Robert Neon. George, you're not holding the applause very well, thank you. George and Lilia Mozongo, who has shared with me some wonderful, terrific trips to China together. Former Burlingame Mayor Joe Galligan. Dennis and Diane Cruzy. Tom and Faye Dowdy. Melba Catania. Faye Thompson, Heather and Lee Thompson, Pat Tillison, and former Millbrae Mayor Lou Grassberger and Carmen DeGora. Tonight is Carmen's birthday. Thank you all for coming. However, I deeply regret that my lady Ri Zhang cannot be here, as she is stranded in Beijing due to COVID restrictions. Now, I was 38 years old when I discovered Millbrae. I had moved from Wyoming, completed my college degree, served 3.5 years in the Navy, got a master's degree and my law degree, and worked in San Francisco for 8 years. So I recite this to you to suggest that I don't really have a deep, lifelong foundation here in Millbrae. But I am so fortunate, finally, to have found this friendly, small city with a big heart and the residents who make it so. In reflecting on my years on the city council as mayor, as member of organizations, committees, boards of directors, the most important benefit for me, I found by far, has been meeting and working among so many dedicated, talented, and caring people throughout our city, the county, and even in other countries. Based upon my observation, I have determined that participating together, being engaged, and joining with other like-minded people draws us in and sustains the desire to accomplish goals worthy of effort. And usually we have fun as well. The opportunities we know are vast, and the beneficiaries of such efforts can be countless. This may be why those who have been called Millbrae's movers and shakers all are found to be involved in numerous beneficial organizations over many years. We all know that this degree of engagement will have such people marching forward and growing in numbers and enthusiasm. And so this noble event, this man and woman and student of the year recognition, will find a magnificent array of worthy persons to honor every year far into the future. Thank you all. Stay safe, stay committed, stay engaged. I wish you all fair winds and following seas. Thank you.
Congratulations to our Man of the Year, and if we could please have our Woman of the Year join us on the stage, and our Student of the Year. Sophia, if you could please join us. And if your parents and your table would like to kind of move over to the front so that you can see everything, I'm going to hand this off to Chair Joan Teresi. And congratulations to all of you, and thank you for me getting to be up here with you, amazing people.
No, you're going to handle the materials. So first we have to give you your boxes here. So you are going to get some stuff to take home now with you. So, it's an early Christmas present. All right. So now they get to take home all their bling from all the different commendations from different organizations. So I'm going to have Mayor Schneiner please pass out the first commendation to our honorees. This comes from the San Mateo County Board of Supervisors. Time for pictures. Yeah. This was given to us especially from Supervisor Dave Pine. So many thanks to him in his office. And next, I would like to call Elmer Martinez up to the stage to help me. We have a commendation from our Assembly Member Kevin Mullen and our State Senator Josh Becker. Elmer Martinez is a representative of their office, and he's here to present some special commendations to our honorees from the Assemblyman and our State Senator.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elmer Martinez Ceballos. I'm Assemblymember Kevin Mullen's district representative in northern San Mateo County. It's great to see you all in person after these 18 long months, and it's my honor to be here tonight on behalf of Assemblymember Mullen and State Senator Josh Becker to celebrate Robert Gottschalk, Miriam Kong, and Sofia Valttesar and all their contributions to the great city of Millbrae. The Millbrae Man, Woman, Students of the Year dinner is always a wonderful event, and it truly highlights the pillars of the Millbrae community and uplifts their stories of leadership and hard work. And these individuals have made such an impact here in Millbrae. I'd have to keep all of you here all night just to recite all of their accomplishments or just read one of these resolutions, but I did want to highlight that each of tonight's honorees utilized their passion and unique skill sets to lead our city better than the way they found it. Through their unsurpassed enthusiasm as well as their commitment to meeting the needs of the public, Sofia Valttesar, Miriam Kong, and Robert Balthazar have created a legacy of community involvement and civic concern that will long inspire the residents of Millbrae. So on behalf of Assemblymember Mullen and State Senator Josh Becker, I'm privileged to present these upstanding community members with legislative resolutions that commend their contributions to Millbrae, San Mateo County, and our great state of California. So congratulations and thank you again.
Thank you, Elmer. So please have the honor of handing out these resolutions to honorees. You can hang that up in your dorm room. Yeah. Right. You put those in your box, and for the next one, so I'm going to call Mayor Schneiner back up to please help us in. They're each also receiving commendations from our Congresswoman Jackie Spear. So Mayor Schneiner will award those certificates.
Just for special
All right, very good. And last but not least, I would like to call up Councilmember Anders Fung and Councilwoman Gina Pappen to assist Mayor Schneider in distributing the resolutions from the City of Millbrae City Council. Gina gets to give one to Sophia. And the honoree is Miriam Kong. And finally, Man of the Year, Robert Gottschalk. All right, how about one more huge round of applause for our three honorees tonight. All right, you can take your boxes now and carefully haul off your haul for tonight. Yeah, or you can leave it there if you want. Just don't forget it when you leave, though.
Again, we wish to thank all of you for attending this evening for our 48th annual Millbrae Man, Woman, and Student of the Year Awards dinner. It's been a wonderful evening dedicated to honoring community volunteers. As you leave this evening and in the coming months, I encourage all of you to follow the awesome examples of Sophia, Marion, and Robert, and accept the many opportunities available to serve your community and beyond.
I'd like to offer a special thank you to the Green Hills Country Club for the lovely decorations, and to Robert Koschak, who is a member of the club, who was kind enough to sponsor our use of the venue tonight. Also want to give a shout out to Sarah, Anthony, Joshua, and Matthew from Millbrae Community Television, who've been recording this evening's proceedings. A friendly reminder too that MCTV was also responsible for producing the videos about each of our honorees. And keep in mind, if you want to, you can relive this whole experience. It's all been recorded. It's all going to be shown on MCTV, both on the channel and streaming on mctv.tv. So if you want to watch it again, it's there for the viewing. So thanks as well to the Green Hills Country Club, the kitchen for the wonderful meal, the wait staff for all their wonderful service, and helping us to plan and pull off this great event tonight.
And as always, we appreciate your continued support. Again, congratulations to our honorees, Sophia, Marion, and Robert, for being honored as our 2021 Millbrae Man, Woman, and Student of the Year. Everyone, please drive safely and have a good evening.
And we actually forgot one of the most important things.
Okay.
I'm going to give you each. You'll each be receiving one of these special trophies as a memento of this evening and your honor as being honored as the Student Man or Woman of the Year tonight. So we have one of these for each of you to take. Again, thank you all for being here. It's a wonderful evening, and good night until next year.
See you next year.